Hi, I'm Greg Robinson and this is myphotographyshow.com. I'm here today to create this image that came in from Randal. Thank you Randal for sending this image in, who says, I positioned the nuts in this order to try and create something interesting. I'm not sure if it works, but I like it. I like it too, Randal. We're going to talk about two things in this image, mainly composition and also texture and patterns. Now that's an interesting subject. Let's go right in. So as you can see, Randal chose to use 200 ISO for a shutter speed of 1/15 of a second and an aperture of f11. Now that seems to be correct in the sense that you were using a tripod, I suppose. So you could bring your ISO right all the way down. 200 ISO was the way to go. You chose an aperture of f11 because you had all your choices possible. There is absolutely no depth of field issue around here. So any aperture you chose would have worked, in which case it's always better to choose the optimum aperture for your lens, which are f8 or f11, all between the two, okay? That way you can get the best contrast and the best image quality, so that was a good choice. Now, let's talk about your composition. I really like the way you have placed all these almonds on what seems to be aluminium foil, and you just placed one cashew nut just here, which looks pretty good. That kind of creates the contrast, makes a center of interest, something where the viewer is attracted to, just here. So that's great. One tiny little thing I would have proposed would have been to use the rule of thirds. Now, once again, you all know that I'm a great fan of the rule of thirds. If you create your grid, which I'm going to create now, basically the rule of thirds is to separate your image in two horizontal lines, two vertical lines, sorry, like this, and two horizontal lines, going through at 1/3 and 2/3, okay? The intersecting points in between the two are your main interest points. So basically what I'm saying, Randal, is I would have proposed you bring this cashew nut slightly to your left, just here. That would have been spot on in the image, in perfect respect to the rule of thirds, and therefore making the image much more harmonious and get a better flow going around the image, easier to read, okay? Right there is just a tiny bit too much on the right, and it's kind of hitting against the edge of the frame, making the viewer want to look more at what's happening over here, okay? You just want that tiny little detail. Bringing the cashew nut here enables you to have closure in your image. Your whole image is perfectly enclosed and harmonious. If it's not the case, then you're kind of missing something, if you know what I mean. Now, in terms of pattern, this was a great idea. We're staying within the same context of nuts. That was great. You have all these different almonds just stacked around this cashew nut, which makes a very interesting image in the sense that also the way you brought the lighting from the top left, sorry, the light comes down here, bringing all this texture into the almonds. That looks great, and it was a great idea to kind of create that separation with this bright cashew nut here against this lovely warm glow of orange-brown almonds in the background. That sounds, it's a bit like this is the church choir and this one's the soloist, okay? So it kind of stands out in the entire image. Well done for that. Well done for this image. Thanks again for sending it in. All you other viewers, I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you learned something from this image. Please remember that these critiques are made for you to learn and better your photography so that you can see what others do, and when you are confronted in the same situations, you can think about what I'm saying, if you can remember them. I know it's difficult, and try and create your own perfect images. That's what we're all striving to get, perfect images. So don't hesitate to send your images in so that I can help you get those images, and I hope you will on myphotographyshow.com. Follow us as well on Facebook and on Twitter. You can find us on both those social media things where there are different things happening over there. Until next time, this is Greg Robinson saying you have fun shooting on myphotographyshow.com.